For the first time in about 15 years, college graduates donning caps and gowns will not be millennials. They will be members of the next generation called Gen Z. 67 million strong, born between 97 and 2012. Roughly 17 million of those folks are about to enter the workforce over the next few years. Now, millennials brought avocado toast and work-life balance to the office. Thank you. Can we expect more of the same with Gen Z? Joining us now is Tom Gimbel, founder and CEO of staffing and the recruiting firm LaSalle Network. He had published a new report, What the Class of 2019 Wants. What do they want, Tom? What do these people want?
Well, we're going to have to add a 27th letter of the alphabet in 15 years for another generation. But
you know what surprised me, actually, was that that compensation was not the top thing they wanted.
That shows you where the tides are turning if you look at the election between the quote-unquote socialist movement versus the capitalist drive, is that kids coming out of college today, or young adults coming out of college today, they're really more motivated, incentivized by career pathing, workplace culture, and then coming at third is compensation.
They want growth, and 3 out of 4 of them expect or desire a promotion 1 to 2 years on the job. Are they being reasonable?
In this day and age, they are. You know, there's always been 2 types of employers out there historically. One that pays and the other one that gives promotions in lieu of. And what we're getting now in this day and age, because unemployment's been so low for so long, is a combination of both. And so more and more companies are going into that management rotation a la GE of the 80s, and then giving fast career pathing like Enterprise Rental Cars done so famously to have such a great training program. And you combine those two and you get what's going on right now.
Tyler said that compensation was number 3 for what they're seeking in a role, but this also shows from your survey that company culture is number 1 for what they seek in a company. And I have to say, if you have a company culture that doesn't fit what Gen Z is looking for, that's going to be a hard thing to change. Much harder than, say, giving them more money, no?
Well, there's different kinds of culture. You take somebody that wants to be in the stereotypical.com, and that's a certain type of personality. There's also certain types of people that want to be in an investment banking or a private equity type scenario. So it's not always one size fits all. Remember, there's librarians and there's salespeople and there's everything in between. So there are different types of culture. We think culture, we tend to think rah-rah, salesenvironment.com, and that's not necessary. That's a culture, not the culture.
Tom, it's Dominic here. Is there a specific part or certain industries that these folks want to be employed in? Is it technology? Is it healthcare? Is it something else?
No, it's really across the board, and that's why the career pathing is so important. What college graduates want to see, this Gen Z, is they want to see laid out, if I do A, what is B, what is C, where is the career path going to take me? They're much more linear in thought in a lot of cases than generations in the past that come in and work hard and then allow for management to guide their career. They want to know what's going to happen if they execute what they've been told to do.
Tom, I find it very interesting when you look at all of the world events that happened when this generation was growing up. I mean, financial crisis, terror threats, school shootings. Another report from USA Today says they're the most digitally connected generation, but also the loneliest. Does this make them maybe more risk averse as employees? If you are employing this generation, do you need to manage them differently and make sure that they understand appropriate levels of risk to take in the workplace when it comes to, you know, making bets for the company?
It really is an interesting dynamic that we're facing with social media, and kids have been raised to be protective, right? So everything you email, everything you tweet, everything you text, be prepared that somebody could see that somewhere. The helicopter parenting, there's so many parameters put on today's youth that they get into the workforce, you're dead on, and they're afraid to go out on a limb. They ask for permission to do everything. And the cliche that was huge in the 90s and the early 2000s, which was ask for forgiveness, don't ask for permission, has really been set to the side because of the way this generation's been raised. Remember, they came up that it's been, no one showed 9/11 happening to show that video again. We've protected the youth on video and on actual risking and making decisions that's never happened before. So I would agree with you wholeheartedly. The management style has to evolve and change, and that's a challenge as well for Gen X and what baby boomers are left in the marketplace.
Very quick answer. Are they more, from what we can tell, are they more likely to be more willing to work long hours and overtime than the millennials?
Yes.
That's a short answer.
You asked for it. I gave it to you.
You gave me a short answer. Tom Gimbel.
Happy to be with you.
We'll talk more later. Thank you, sir.
All right, well, a recent chemical spill in Houston, Texas.